Hi guys, hello and welcome back to Rainbow Tarot. And in today's reading, we're going to be looking at yes and no questions. So it's really about you being able to ask a question that requires a yes or no answer. And you can use different piles for different questions. I've got 4 piles, as you can see today, and I'm using 3 cards. I'm using a colour card, an oracle card, and a tarot card to answer your yes or no question. So, pile number 1, which is this pile here, has this lovely little, it's kind of like some Aboriginal art really, but it's white and purple and yellow. So it has a lovely pattern on it. It's the only patterned pendant or stone that I'm using today. So that's pile number 1. Pile number 2 is this beautiful pink rose quartz crystal. You can see it's a gorgeous pale pink there. That's pile number 2. Pile number 3 is a lovely deep blue stone, and it's got a beautiful glaze and shine on it. So that's that beautiful blue stone there. That's for pile number 3. Pile number 4 is this very rich, deep red. Again, a lovely glazed kind of surface there that you can see. So that's pile number 4. Okay, so those are our 4 piles. So let's get straight to it, and I'll see you in whatever piles you feel drawn to. Okay. Hi, pile number 1, and welcome back. So you chose this beautiful Aboriginal pendant here with yellow, purple and white pattern on it. So I'm just going to put that there so that we can keep that in our reading. And let's have a look at your 3 cards that you chose to your yes or your no question. So the tarot card that you got was, or is, the Page of Wands. There we go, that's the Page of Wands. I'll put that there. The oracle card that you got is leadership. I don't know if you can see that, but it's leadership. I love that card with the North Star here at the top. So it's leadership. Okay, I'm going to put leadership there. And then, colour that you've got, beautiful, which is lilac. I don't know if you can see that, a beautiful lilac colour. Okay, so let's put all your cards together like this so that you can see them clearly. Oh, and at the bottom of the lilac card, it says, strengthen your faith. Strengthen your faith. Okay, so right away, pile number 1, I am going to say that the answer to your question is a very definite yes. All these cards are very positive in their own right. But let's start off with the Page of Wands. Now, when you get the Page of Wands, this is normally a card that comes along, well, pages are normally around news and information. So I would say the Page of Wands, when you get it, it's the kind of bearer of good news. It usually talks about new opportunities. There's a lot of vitality and playfulness and passion. So it says to me, this is a question about relationships, or if it's a question about work, and I'm sensing it might have something to do with work here. Then good news, this decision or this question, the answer to it is yes. I would say that there's good news in the offing. And this card is a really strong yes card for me. So that's the first one I would say. So Page of Wands, a definite yes for you there. Okay, so that's the Page of Wands. I'm just going to put that one down there. Let's have a look now at your oracle card. And the reason why I said that I thought that this particular pile might have a bit of a work orientation in terms of the question that you might have asked. I mean, it doesn't have to, it can apply to relationships. But obviously you've got this card that says leadership, which immediately makes me think of someone taking the lead, being in charge, taking the initiative, standing out up front in a kind of work type situation. Because what this card is saying is that like the North Star here, which we have in the sky, which is there to guide others, you know, on a dark night, a bit like it's guiding the polar bear, what it's saying to you is that you are too somebody who needs to step out into that role. It's time for you to now to step out. So if this is a question about whether I should go for that promotion, or whether I should take that leadership role, or whether I should take the next level in my career, the card is saying definitely yes. But if it's around relationships, it might also be saying, you know, maybe it's time for you to make that first move, or you to take the initiative where this relationship is concerned, and it will lead to success. So it's talking about coming into the light. Yeah, so a bit like the Page of Wands, it also, because Wands is also about action and doing, so it's very much about a yes with you doing and taking the lead and acting in some way. Okay, so that's the this leadership card. So it's about coming out from, I suppose, behind the scenes, if you've been behind the scenes, or you've not wanted to take that first step, that step to take you on to the next level. It's about recognizing that you have those skills and abilities, and it's a yes to that. Okay, so that's those two. Now the colour card that you have had, or that you've had in this reading, which is the beautiful lilac. Now this card is all about having faith in yourself, and having faith in the universe and in the divine. And it's about activating your intuition and increasing your psychic abilities by connecting with the divine, by connecting to your inner wisdom, yeah, your inner guides. And it's using the soft, gentle rays, if you like, or the soft, gentle colour of lilac to help you, because it's the third eye colour, to help you to connect in with that inner voice and to have faith in that inner voice. So if you've been wondering again about whether you should take action, wondering again about whether you should make that move, and you've probably got a little bit of a, you know, a little voice telling you what you should be doing, then this lilac card really backs that up. It's about listening to yourself, having faith in yourself, and your own psychic, you know, your own intuition, I guess. And it's also talks about freeing yourself from old patterns, and, you know, connecting and regaining your own power. So these three cards together, you know, because they are so positive, and they talk about, you know, having faith, being a strong leader, having good news, listening to your intuition, letting that guide you. I would say all of these cards indicate a very strong yes to whatever your question was. And that is your reading, pile number one. Thank you so much for listening to it. If you liked it, then please, please, please do press the like button, click on the subscribe button and the bell, so that you can be alerted whenever I'm going to download another reading for you. And have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome back to the reading. So you chose the beautiful rose quartz crystal pendant. Now the pink rose quartz, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to put that there, just so that we can see it as part of the reading. Okay, so let's step right into your reading. So this is your yes/no answer to whatever question you pose. So let's take a look at your three cards. So the colour card that you've got is Jade. Okay, so you can see that there. So it's beautiful jade colour. Yep. The Oracle card is Power. Yeah, very strong image there. It's Power. And the tarot card that you have chosen is the Four of Cups. So you can Four of Cups. Okay, so you've got Jade, Four of Cups, and you have got Power. Those are your three cards. Okay, so what I'm going to say here, pile 2, in answer to your question really, is that the answer is no. So whatever you asked, the answer I feel is no. Now what I'm going to start off with is by talking about the Four of Cups. Now what this normally denotes is somebody who is unhappy, stuck. Sometimes traditionally it can mean somebody who is not seeing necessarily the good things around them. They're not able to see that cup there that's coming in. They're just folding their arms. They're not really interested in whatever new opportunities might be coming in for them. But the way I'm reading it in this question is that I feel whatever you're asking about is causing you to feel stuck, bored, unhappy, resentful, not very happy really, just generally in your situation. And with the other two cards, what I'm feeling is, if we take a look at the Oracle card, that it's time for you to, claim your power, to step out of this feeling. And I'm feeling that whatever answer I'm giving you, I'm hoping it's going to enable you to do that. It's a time to claim your power back and step into your potential, to come out of this stuck, bored energy where you're not really, you're not feeling emotionally satisfied, not feeling very happy, not feeling very content. Now is the time to step into your power. It might mean that you have to confront some fears, that you have to be courageous, you have to make some decisions. But it's important to take a stand and to stand up for yourself and sometimes for others as well, in order to get yourself out of this stuck energy. And I also feel like, it's also asking you to get back in touch. Once you release yourself from whatever this is, you get back in touch with your passions, with what you love, with what, makes you feel alive again. And it's, so it's asking you to feel that, to see, to have that lightning moment really, where you kind of wake up, you jolt yourself up out of it, and you begin to feel passionate and feel good about life again. And that's being backed up by, to some degree, by the Jade, because underneath the Jade it says take action. So come out of this situation where you feel stuck and you can't move, and take action. It's the colour of balance, also of harmony. I've got the feeling as well, number 2, that you would probably benefit right now from just being out in nature, being around green. It would help you feel calmer and more at peace, and it will be you, I suppose, taking a step forward in terms of self, loving yourself again, or loving life again, feeling more happy again. So it's really about also releasing again this stuck energy, whatever negativity or stuck energy you're in at the minute, is needing to be released. And this Jade is saying, let's try and see if we can move forward, away from this into the kind of Jade ray, if you like, where we feel more one, more creative, more in touch with nature, and we release all the doubts that might be holding us back from taking action. And that's why I think it'd be really good for you in this period, and maybe when you're deliberating this question as well, to be out in nature, and connecting with all the positive energy that there is in nature. So whatever question you were asking about, I do feel that the answer is no, and I do feel there's a strong message here around connecting back with your own power, your own interpersonal power, being courageous and taking action, so that you can come out of this state of feeling stuck and unhappy. Okay, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please click the like button, click the subscribe button and also the notifications bell, and then you can be alerted to whatever readings I download in the future. Okay, take care. See you in the next reading. Bye, number 2. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome back to the reading. So you chose this beautiful, very deep blue pendant with that beautiful glaze. I don't know if you can see it. It's right on the back. It just is so gorgeous whenever I look at this. I always think it's just a beautiful blue colour. Okay, so I'm going to put that there so that you can see it. And let's get straight into your reading. So this is your answer to your yes, no question, whatever that question happened to be. And like I said in the introduction, there are 3 cards that I'm using today to do the reading. So your first card is the Chariot. Okay, you can see the Chariot there. It's your first card. So let's get all the cards out on the table before we give the answer. So that's the Chariot. Your Oracle card. Oh, I think you can probably guess from this one what the answer is going to be. Is a very clear Success card there. It's a beautiful card. I don't think it's so lush, full of lots of tropical plants and colours. And those beautiful amber eyes of that panther there. So you've got the card of Success. There we go. And your colour, oh, lovely again, is orange. Beautiful, beautiful orange ray. Again, so vibrant and fun and lively and full of energy. There we go. So that is your orange ray. Okay, well, as I said before, I think that your cards today are very strongly giving the yes answer to your question. Now, because we have this Success card here, it's a very, very, very strong positive indication that the answer is yes to your question. This card talks about, feeling satisfied. It talks about success with changes, and also it does talk about being grateful and thankful for all the successes in our life. So all the if you're thankful and grateful for all the things in your life, and sometimes when we get caught up in the everyday life, it's quite easy, isn't it, to not really recognise or acknowledge all the small things that that are great in our lives. So it's about really recognising and being grateful for those, so that we vibrate in that state of gratitude and thanks, and then in that way we pave the way for bigger successes to come our way. So in your reading with the kind of yes answer, I'm feeling that there's, with that yes, there's success that will be coming in with that, and there's also this kind of, maybe this idea of about you bringing greater successes if you are thankful and grateful and happy about all the maybe less glamorous things in your life, the everyday things in your life. If you can be thankful for that as well, and you bring in and you attract other things. And I'm also getting the sense that, with you making this yes decision, that you will then be moving towards this success at speed, because the Chariot talks about, fast change, moving quickly, swiftly towards something. But also just remembering as you do that to, stay in control and to stay focused. If you look at the Chariot card, you've got this black Sphinx, you've got the white Sphinx, and sometimes that can symbolise, 2 different paths that you might be, or lots of different options that might be around for you, trying to veer you off into 2 different directions. Sometimes people interpret this as the wrong direction or the right direction, but you're there standing in the middle, and your task is to stay focused, to stay centered, heading straight towards whatever your goal is, and keeping these energies in rein, keeping them keeping them going where you want them to go, and moving at speed. So in your yes answer, perhaps you are needing to focus, needing to stay, firm, and when you make this decision, you'll be able to do that, and it will lead you towards success. The other ray that you've got, or the colour ray that you've got, is orange. And again, orange is, I feel like when you make this decision, it will allow you to tap into your creative, nurturing, fun side. It's obviously the colour of the sacral chakra, where we, that kind of chakra governs our, our creative energies, our sexual energy. So it's maybe the orange is asking you to kind of step into that. And maybe this decision, this yes decision, will allow you to, tap into your creative powers more, become more yourself in some way. And the orange ray also allows you to increase your happiness and your sense of confidence, and alleviate any kind of fears or doubts. So this to me, and also it kind of matches, doesn't it? It sort of matches the orange of the sky and the orange of this flower that's in the success card. So I would say it's a very definite yes to whatever question you asked about pile number 3. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, it would be great if you could click the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and then you will be alerted to whatever readings I might upload in the future. Okay, take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hi, pile number 4, and welcome back to your reading. And you chose this really vibrant red, beautiful red glazed piece of jewellery, actually. So you can see it there. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to put that there for you so that you can see that in your reading. Okay, so this is your reading, and it's the answer to the yes or no question that we spoke about in the introduction. Okay, so let's just dive right in. So let's have a look. So I'm going to look at the 3 cards before I tell you what the answer is. So your first tarot card is the Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords. Okay, that's the first card we've got for you. Your oracle card is Solitude. So it's, I don't know if you can see that there. It's got a beautiful moon. It's a nighttime scene. Somebody on their own in a boat on a lake. It's gorgeous actually, but it's got Solitude at the bottom there. And your colour for this question is violet, and at the bottom it says create a balanced life. And you can see that they create a beautiful violet flower. Create a balanced life. Okay, so that's the colour vibration. Okay, so what I'm going to say here, number 4, is that I think the answer to your question is a no. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the Page of Swords, well, pages can mean a few different things, but one of the meanings that they have is that they are bringing information or bringing news. And when I look at this card, because it's swords, because it's a suit of swords, I generally give it or feel that that news has a negative connotation, really. So in this instance, I'm going to say that I think the answer to your question is a no. And this card can also be a situation where, if words are being spoken or thoughts, it's normally again of a kind of negative hue. So maybe this situation is got some negativity really around it, negative relationships, negative words, things that aren't very nurturing, I suppose. So for that instance, I'm going to say it's a no. And because of that, and within that, what I also feel is that with this card, in this situation, it talks about solitude, and I'm getting a strong sense that whatever situation you're asking about, it's advising you now to step back and spend some time alone, and to not be influenced by any negative words or situations or relationships that are around you right now, to take counsel from yourself, to look to yourself for guidance, not to look to lots of other people that might not be giving you wise or positive guidance at this time, whatever relationship you have around you that might be doing that. To spend time on your own, to trust yourself, to trust your own intuition and instincts, because you have a very strong moon card in this solitude card. It's about, listening to your own deep inner wisdom to gain the answers that you might need. It's also about you, maybe, that time that you need to spend alone is about looking at ways where you need to transform or change your life. Because I think this sort of idea of being in solitude is about you needing to maybe step back and reassess and rethink areas of your life, and how they can be improved upon, how you can feel happier, how you can feel better. But it is also about something that you might have need reminding, is that you're very creative. I feel like you're a very creative, intuitive soul, pile number 4, and it's about reconnecting them with that. And often when we do that, it kind of requires us to spend some time alone, and also just to spend some time going inward, really. So just to have a little think about that, and trust ourselves once again, trust our own guidance. And the colour card that you had was violet. And again, what I'm sensing is that when you do this, when you go into solitude a little bit, when you retreat a little bit, when you trust yourself, you will bring back the balance back into your life. Because I think at the moment, maybe there's a little bit out of balance, really. Things are a little bit out of balance for you. And, it's about... Violet is also helps you. It's obviously a strong psychic colour, and it connects you strongly with the moon, to your sort of intuitive psychic side. Again, your cards are all saying listen to your own advice, your own intuition, not necessarily the words of others. And it's a great way to help you to feel. Well, I think once you do that, you'll feel less stressed, less worried, less anxious. That you may or may not be feeling at the moment. But I'm just feeling, in answer to your actual question, as I said, I think the answer is no, and it's time to listen to your own inner wisdom, inner guidance, and maybe just spend a little bit of time on your own, reconnecting to yourself and to the universe. Okay, so that has been your reading, pile number 4. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have liked it, it'll be great if you could click the like button, click the subscribe button, and click the notifications bell so that you can be alerted when I download my next video. And have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.